Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is our brief overview of Test 1 and some brief study notes to accompany that brief overview as well. This is our first test, one of three tests. You have a lot of advantages working on your behalf as you go into this first test and some resources that have been available to you all semester. I think you have an idea of what those are. First of all, you have my lecture notes, which really kind of form a textbook of their own. They're very succinct and direct. So I hope that you are making very serious use of those notes. Secondly, you have the textbook, the Revell textbook. And again, also, I hope that you are making significant use of. And thirdly, you have 4 quizzes now that you've taken that will give you some idea of what to anticipate and how to prepare, what information is most important as you begin to prepare for this test. Again, this is test 1. It will be available from the 19th of September at 3 a.m. until the 22nd of September at 8 p.m. That's a long period of time. It gives you the majority of the next week to prepare. Do not wait until the last minute. I ask that you, in the spirit of academic integrity, once you start the test, you must finish it, but I'm asking you not to consult other works, not to consult other people, which actually is not all that easy given the nature of this exam. But people, on occasion, try to do that, and I think it's a bad idea. Just give it your best shot. You will have 70 minutes to complete the exam once you start. You may not open any other programs given the way I will configure the exam on your computer. So make sure that you're prepared and ready. And once you start the exam, you must complete it. It's not something that you can take a break halfway through or that you can finish the next day. You must finish it once you start. Okay, again, you have my exhaustive notes, the textbook, and the quizzes to prepare. And it'll be a 70-minute exam. This is going to be the structure of the exam. Unlike most of the rather poorly designed e-learning courses that you might encounter, I don't use canned questions and canned multiple choice questions that you just finish in 20 minutes and you get an automatically reported score. I'm going to ask you to reason your way through some of the big issues that we have already studied in this comparative politics course. I'm going to ask you to answer 5 questions. These are short essay questions, 150, 200-word questions. I would urge you, I would implore you not to try to answer them in one word or a sentence or 2 sentences, but to think through the question and then try to answer it. Some of these will be perhaps easier than others, but they will survey some of the big themes of the course that we have been in together to date. For example, one of the fundamental issues in comparative politics is comparing the internal structures of various governments. We've talked about some of the tools of how you do that. I'm going to ask you about that. We may talk about how do we distinguish between different kinds of governments, different types of political systems. I may also ask you about the importance of political culture and political socialization and how they influence politics. Please keep this in mind. These are the kinds of questions that we're going to ask. I may ask you to distinguish between some key terms in the study of comparative politics. For example, one of the key delineations of this in my study notes is the difference between a regime, a state, and a government. Things like this are going to be fair game for this exam, but again, there will be 5 short essay questions for you to answer. You need to answer all 5. Each one will be worth 20 points. You don't really need to worry about that right now, but just do the best job you can. Again, you'll have 70 minutes to finish this. It will take me a while to grade it because I will have to grade each individual response separately. But I look forward to reading your exam responses. Hope and pray that you will do a great job with this exam. If you have any questions before the exam, please do not hesitate to write me in DTOL. The lecture notes, the textbook, and the previous quizzes are what you need to use to prepare for this exam. Again, it is available from the 19th of September at 3 a.m. to the 22nd of September at 8 p.m. Let me encourage you to do the best you can, use the full amount of time, and I look forward to reading your responses. Thank you.